Hey everybody, welcome to another review. Before I begin, if you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Also, if you want to help me pay some bills, my Patreon info is in the description down below. And with all of that out of the way, let's get to this review. The Little Things is a crime thriller movie available in theaters and on HBO Max. It follows the story of Kern County Sheriff Joe Deacon, played by Denzel Washington. One day, Deacon is told that he has to go to the LA Sheriff's Department precinct where he used to work in order to gather some evidence connected to a recent murder. Deacon is very hesitant about going, indicating to the audience that there is a story behind his departure from the department. When Deacon arrives at the LA department, he runs into lead detective Jimmy Baxter, played by Rami Malek. Baxter is working on a recent murder that has similarities to one of Deacon's old unsolved cases. This causes them to team up in order to solve the cases, and that's the gist of the story. Now, first and foremost, the main thing you should know about The Little Things is that this movie is a slow burn. This is pretty standard with investigative crime thrillers because they are trying to build suspense towards a crescendo-style ending. The usual plot points for these types of movies are that there is a bad person who commits a crime, the main characters are trying to figure out who it is, they jump through a bunch of hoops to figure it out, and then they catch the antagonist. I don't believe that's the goal of The Little Things. Yes, the film does build suspense, but it's a slow burn because the movie is about the journey of these two men on the case. What does catching a killer involve? How far will these two men go in order to accomplish their goal? And what are they willing to lose in order to do it? That's the point of the movie. So I think if you're going into the movie just focused on them catching a bad guy, then you might be disappointed and you might not like the film. For me, I enjoyed diving into the two officers' lives, but I think the movie could have gone a bit further, specifically with Detective Baxter. We pretty much get Deacon's whole story as the movie goes along, but I wanted to see Baxter go through more, specifically how the case was affecting his mental health and his family. I would have loved to see a lot more post the investigation, but it felt like the filmmakers didn't want to show that, and I understand because it leaves it more open-ended. So that creates conversations for the audience. It definitely led to conversations between me and my friends after we had finished watching the movie. I enjoyed the story overall, though the intro of the movie annoyed me because it involves a character being completely stupid. Usually I would say that people aren't that dumb, but I'm recording this during COVID times and just a few weeks after a group of people stormed the US Capitol, so maybe people are that stupid in real life. In regards to the acting, I think everyone did a solid job. Denzel was Denzel, nothing much to say there. Rami Malek felt a bit too robotic. I understand that he's supposed to be a stiff in order to be the opposite of Denzel's character, who is more of a laid-back type cop, but Rami felt like a plank at times. Jared Leto stole the show from me. This is legit my favorite role I've ever seen him in. Well, I really haven't seen him in that much, but the last thing I did see him in was Suicide Squad, and I completely hated that performance. So this was his redemption for me. I really wish Natalie Morales was in this movie more. She's such a natural, and I've liked her ever since I first saw her in Parks and Rec. And the last cast member I'll spotlight is Sofia Vassilieva. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. It was strange that she was in the movie because her talent seemed to outweigh the limited role they gave her. Overall, this movie is pretty solid with no real flaws. I think the pace could have either been a little quicker or they could have used the time better. Every scene shown is not necessarily important or relays information to the audience. Like I said before, I would have liked more scenes diving into Detective Baxter's life. But the directing is good, the ambiance is good, the build up in the movie is good. I like the way it makes you feel. I really enjoyed the music, though I will say, and this is super unrelated to this movie, there were a few songs in this movie that were in the movie Sister Act, so the fact that they had more than one related song made me think of Sister Act multiple times while watching The Little Things. It's random, but I thought it was humorous because they are drastically different movies. But ignoring that random thought, I really enjoyed the movie overall. And that's all, peoples. Please leave me a comment if you watched The Little Things and let me know what you thought. Let's have a conversation down in the comments. Also, let me know what else you want me to review, whether it's a movie or a TV show. If you didn't like the review, or even if you did and you think there's something I can improve on, please let me know what I can change, add, or take out so that I can make a better review next time for you. Thanks for watching, listening, and supporting. God bless. I'll talk to you later.